It is my pleasure now to call upon the Mayor of Jerusalem, Mr. Bakat, who is another close friend of the hospital.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Jerusalem. I'd like to honor Mr. Rabbi Yaakov Litzman, the Deputy Health Minister of our state, Professor Yonatan Halevi, Director General of Shaare Zedek Hospital, Medical Center, Jack and Gitta, Nagel, and the whole family, staff, friends of Yerushalayim, friends of the hospital. I want to say something personal. Gitta and Jack, you remind me of my late grandparents. They were also survivors of the Holocaust. We lost 30 members of our family in the Holocaust from my mother's side. And I remember when I was younger, when they were alive, my grandma used to tell me that to see Israel, the state, to see Jerusalem develop, and I share this with you, Jack, is the best revenge in the world. And to see you come here, a big tribe from America, as shareholders of the city of Jerusalem, investing in our hospitals, is the biggest victory Jack and Gitta, you and we all have. I live 500 yards away from here and often come to the hospital. And I gotta tell you that this is the crown jewel, a jewel in the city of Jerusalem. To enter the hospital, you see the unity of the city, the honesty, the ethics, the professional doctors, nurses that treat Jews, Muslims, and Christians, secular and ultra-Orthodox, all the same. Nurses, doctors, patients. This is something when people really want to know how does Jerusalem function, we tell them, go to the hospitals and see the respect and the togetherness. You should be aware that our hospitals are the number one reason or the number one place where people interact. And when you ask the residents, the non-Jewish residents of Jerusalem, the quality of the hospitals is the number one reason why they don't want the city divided. This is something that they're not willing to give up on ever. And so the investments we make in our hospitals is not just improving quality of life and life expectancy, which Israel is one of the top 10 in the world, top 4 in the world, 82, 83 years of age, and it has a lot to do with the quality of the medicine we have here. But it's also employment, it's also services and research. And in the last few years, we're working together. Professor Yonatan and I invested time together just a few months ago, together with Hadassah leadership, with the Hebrew University in Boston, with Professor Michael Porter, figuring out how do we do collaborative research here in Jerusalem for the benefit of improving our city, for the benefit of improving each of the hospitals separately and all of us together, and how we strive for excellence in research and services. And when I come here to see how the hospital saves lives, of a soldier that was stabbed just a few months ago, and I don't understand how his life was saved here. Nobody understands except the doctors. And when we see the number of births from all sectors of Jerusalem here in the hospital, this is a major, major asset for our future. I believe that 113 years of this hospital just begun. And I see the classic moves made by the management led by Yonatan and his team, and I'm very, very proud. Every few months, practically almost every year, we inaugurate a new piece of property. And we see that the hospital is scaling and growing and developing, and this is a huge, huge honor for all of us. And so I'm here on behalf of tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of children and residents of the city of Jerusalem and the metropolitan Jerusalem to say thank you. To say thank you, Yonatan, to you and your management team for doing such a phenomenal job with such cooperation, with such care and kindness. You're a mensch. And I also want to thank you, the Nagel family, Gitta and Jack and the whole team. You're a shareholder of our city. You're investing in making the city better. You should be very proud of what you've accomplished. Thank you on behalf of all the people and on behalf of Jerusalem. Toda rabba. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Nir Bakat. Good evening, everybody. My name is Dr. Sababa. Well, a dream doctor. I'm privileged to work here as a medical clown along with my friends for the past 10 years. And tonight, this evening here, we are all delighted to celebrate the opening of the 7th floor. In order to start, I would like to invite Jack and Gitta's son, Mr. David Nagel, to make a toast. David.